Hey, this is Stephen Young with Stephen the Realtor, Silver Creek Realty Group in Boise, Idaho, and the movingtoboise.blogspot.com blog. Just wanted to send another video to you today, and the topic is the no-down loan. Are those still available? Well, the good news is that in Idaho and in the Treasure Valley, yes, those no-down loans are still available. However, I don't want you to confuse no-down loans with no money needed loans. They're two completely different things. So the no-down loan would essentially be an FHA loan where you would be required to put 3.5% down. But if you're working with the Idaho Housing Authority, the Idaho Finance Housing Authority, they will work with you on giving you a grant for that additional 3.5%. And there are qualifications and things like that, so I'm not going to go into that. I'm not a mortgage lender, but you can certainly talk to your lender about that. So, just because, though, you don't have to put any money down on the loan doesn't mean that you're not going to need any money. First of all, usually you'll need about $500 for the closing costs in order for the loan to go through and proceed and be able to get the house. Actually, I guess first of all really is you're going to need a minimum of $500 for an earnest money deposit. So let's say you finally find the house that you want, the house of your dreams, and you want to make an offer. Well, when you make that offer, you're going to have to do what's called an earnest money deposit in order for that contract to be bound, really, and for the seller to be able to take you seriously. Typically, we look at anywhere from 0.5% to 1% earnest money deposit, depending on the size of the house. So if you're looking at a $150,000, $200,000 house, you need to consider doing somewhere at least a minimum of a $500 deposit, maybe even up to $1,000, $2,000 to be able to put down on the house. Now, that money would come back to you under certain situations, but it's guaranteeing the seller that, and it's showing them that, hey, this is a serious offer. I am a serious buyer looking to be able to buy this house. So you're going to need that money up front. Then within just a couple of days, we've got to get the inspection going. Now, the inspection, again, depending on the size of the house, is going to be anywhere from $350 to $500, maybe even more if it's a larger home. So be ready to have to pay that money out front. The inspector wants that money, and they're going to want that money while they're doing the inspection, not at closing. And then, depending on the situation, in Idaho, typically the seller pays for the appraisal when we get down towards the end of the loan closing and you're getting the house. Not always, though. In fact, the tide is kind of changing where the seller is now asking the buyer to pay for the appraisal up front, and either they'll reimburse them at closing or they'll just expect the buyer to pay for the appraisal. So again, another $500 to $750 depending on what appraisal company you use. So you want to be aware of that one as well. So all of that said, you're going to need to have, $1,000 or so, or maybe a little bit more, in order for you to get into a house. So we want you to move to Boise. We want you to buy a house in Treasure Valley, but a no-down loan does not mean I don't have any money, can I get into this house? So just be ready for that, be prepared for that. And if you have any questions, I do have a secret lender's report, the lender's report that lenders don't want you to know about. And so if you go to my 800 information line, it's 24 hours a day, you can go on there. It's 800-526-1648, and the report is at extension 1014. So 1014, put that in, and you'll hear the information. You can leave your information, and the report will be sent to you either electronically or via the mail. And we can go from there, and you can learn a little bit about what lenders are looking for and what they don't want you to know about. All right, have a great weekend, and if you have any questions, as always, you can reach me at stephentherealtor.com. Thank you.